Hola clase, I'm recording this video for you to show you how I know when you are using a translating software. These are the first set of notes that I provided for you. You didn't have to match them up. I just gave you the list, but I also gave you a Quizlet for practice and pronunciation. We also did several activities to practice using this vocabulary. Now, this was a test that a student turned in. All right, when you're telling someone that you are pleased to meet him or her, they wrote, Hola, es un placer conocerte. All right, so let me go back to our notes and find out if that's how we say pleased to meet you. Okay, so for pleased to meet you, we had encantado, if you're talking to a man, or encantada, if you're talking to a woman. Either one of those would have worked, or mucho gusto. Those were the two things we've learned. Now, if I get something like something with conocerte or something like that, I just typed in pleased to meet you, and I got encantada de conocerte. All right, so conocerte. So this part would be correct because that is what we learned, okay? This de conocerte tells me that you looked, that you used a translating software. All right, another example would be when you were to, how would you ask a school counselor what his name is? Hola, señor, ¿cuál es su nombre? All right, that is actually correct, but it is, once again, not what we learned. All right, we learned ¿Cómo se llama usted? For that, that's how we ask someone in the formal form, which would be if we are if we're talking to someone older than us, someone like a teacher, a principal, a counselor. Okay, if we're talking to someone the same age as us, we would say ¿Cómo te llamas? And that's the familiar or informal way that we would say it. Okay, I had some people give me their phone number. When you recorded your phone number, you were supposed to say each number and your phone number. All right, you were to write it out, all 10 digits. That's starting with, most of us are probably starting with 252. And we have only learned the numbers 0 a 30. So we've only learned the numbers 0 to 30. So if somebody put in 305 and they translated it and they got 305, I know that you're using a translating software because we haven't learned these numbers, all right? The correct way to say those numbers would be 305. All right, so as you can see, I know that it might seem practical, quick, and maybe that I don't know that you're doing it, but I can tell when you're using the translation software and not our notes and the things that we've learned, and you won't get credit for it if it's not what we've learned, if it's not what I've taught you. So please be aware of this for this test if you haven't taken it, and for the future, any activities that we do in class or any tests or quizzes that we have. I'm here to help you, and I don't mind if you use your notes. Actually, I want you to use your notes for this test, okay? We haven't been here. We haven't gotten to practice as much as we would normally when we're in school. So use your notes, okay? That is what I want you to learn, all right? Don't, get it wrong by using a Spanish, English, translating software. So I'm here for you if you need help. And if you have turned in your test and you think that you might have made this mistake, let me know as soon as possible, and I can return it to you for you to try again. So I hope that everyone has a great weekend. Tengan un buen fin de la semana, and buena suerte en tu examen. Gracias a Dios.